Hello everyone, I'm glad you are here today and I'm sure you have been enjoying our previous videos, and if you have been enjoying our videos, we'd like you to just share or comment with us in the comment section. Let us know that you have been blessed with our previous videos. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank you all for being there for us. Thank you for your likes, thank you for your comments, thank you for your shares, thank you for the questions you ask. And because of all you do, the message is getting to everyone who it should get to. I am your host, Pastor Mrs. Ifeoma Eze, and today I'll be sharing with you a very interesting topic. I'd like you to stay tuned and please don't touch your phone, just let it stream so that you can enjoy the very best of this program. Please, I'd like you to do one more thing for me. Invite your friends, begin to create a watch party. Let everyone know that it's time for Checkpoint. Share it on your wall, share to everyone you know on different social media platforms, and let them know it's time. This topic is going to be very exciting, so stay tuned. Alright, welcome back to Checkpoint. I'm still your host, Pastor Ifeoma Eze, and today I'll be sharing a very unique and interesting topic with you today. Today, our topic is strategies for surviving breakups. Strategies for surviving breakups. You can also call it strategies to survive a breakup in a relationship. So whichever one suits you, please go ahead. But today, the topic is strategies for surviving breakups. I like to tell you this: be willing to let go of love ruin so as to enjoy and encounter the love that you should have. Be willing to let go of the love that has been ruined so that you can encounter the love that you should have. A lot of people hold on to the love that they should not have, and because of that, they think that the breakup is all bad. Let me share with you, no matter how long you have been in a relationship, no matter how much you have been in love, no matter how much you have enjoyed each other's company, breakups are never easy, because over time you have been able to form a lot of strong bonds. Over time you have been able to create sweet memories together, and because of that, it becomes very heartbreaking when you experience a heartbreak or a breakup in a relationship. You see, the way you move on from your relationship, the way you move on from a breakup in particular, determines to a large extent how your future will look. The way you break up from, the way you move on from a breakup determines to a large extent what your future will eventually look like. So it's important that you learn how to break up or how to survive a breakup. Alright, so there are several reasons why breakups happen, because breakups do happen for a reason, and one of those reasons is hostile atmosphere. There could be a hostile atmosphere in that relationship. Another reason is that there could be toxic behaviors from your partner, the person you're in a relationship with, all basically because you both don't have discovered that you don't fit together. Alright, both of you don't fit together, your temperaments don't match, there's no compatibility. These and more are reasons why breakups do happen. And let me tell you this, breakups are never easy. They are never easy, and when they do happen, they are always one-sided. Breakups are usually one-sided because usually when there is a breakup, one person hurts more than the other. So for the relationship, it could be one person has this hostile atmosphere around him or her. It could be one person breaking the trust that both of you share. It could be one person having a very toxic behavior, a behavior that will not allow your relationship to thrive. It could also be that one person did something that destroyed the relationship. So most times it is usually one-sided, and I'd like to tell you that the hurt, the pain, the loneliness, the feelings of rejection that is usually experienced when there is a breakup are so acute. That is why you have to know this, that you cannot go over the pain, you cannot go under the pain, you cannot go around the pain. You just have to go through the pain in order to make sure that you survive this breakup, because how you move on from this breakup to a large extent determines the influence it's going to have in your future, the influence it's going to have in the people around you, the influence it's going to have in your upcoming relationship. So you have to know how to survive a breakup and survive it well, so that you can have a very bright and glorious future ahead of you. If you're ready for this ride, let's go. I'd like to show you The 10 different strategies you would need in order to overcome a heartbreak or a breakup, as the case may be. Number one, you just have to acknowledge your pain, all right? Acknowledge that your heart has been broken. Acknowledge the loneliness and the pain and whatever situation that comes with it. Acknowledge it, all right? It's okay to be angry, but like the Bible tells us, we should be angry, but we should not sin, all right? It is okay to cry, even if you are a man, all right? It's okay to cry. Nobody said a man should not cry. Even if our society have told men that they should not cry, it's not right. Be willing to feel your pain, all right? Give yourself permission to feel that pain, because sometimes crying can be therapeutic. Many people don't know that, but sometimes you just have to let it go. Let out your heart, let out the emotions. Just allow it to be purged from your soul, all right? Because when you do this, you are able to acknowledge the fact that I am hurt, acknowledge the fact that this relationship was not good for me, acknowledge the fact that I was in a toxic relationship, acknowledge the fact that this has happened, all right? A lot of people live in denial. They say, oh, it hasn't really happened. Oh, maybe he just misbehaved, he'll soon be back. Or on the male side, the male might be saying, oh, she's just cracking a joke, she'll soon be back. She'll soon come crawling back for forgiveness. See, acknowledge your pain. It is okay to feel your pain. It is okay to cry. It is okay to know that this has already happened to you. And then at that point, on that premise, you'll be able to now know what to do in order to move on with your life. Alright, so number two, you have to find ways to let out. A lot of people bottle in their pain, and because they bottle it in, they begin to exhibit this anger and let out on people that should not be let out on. Alright, so when you want to let out on something, or let out to someone, not on someone. Get it right. So when you want to let out on something, or let out to someone, not on someone. Because when you let out on someone, you are transferring your aggression, and that is by any means not right. Alright, so when you want to let out, please let out to someone. Tell someone around you how you feel, how it's hurting, how it's paining you. Alright, cry on the shoulders of someone. It's okay to do that. Find someone to let out to, and then you can also find something to let out on. You can decide to let out on your body by exercising, working out, and making yourself look better. You can decide to let out on writing. Alright, don't waste your pain. A lot of us go through pain, but how we deal with the pain matters a lot. So it's important that you learn how to deal with your pain. Learn how to use your pain. Don't waste your pain. A lot of great things have been done because people felt pain at different times. So don't waste your pain. Use your pain well. And then many have used their pain to write books. Many have used their pain to write beautiful songs that are now trending and are now blessing a lot of lives. So please do not waste your pain. Let out on something. Do something creative, something interesting, something nice, something beneficial to your health. Alright? But don't let out on someone. Don't pass your aggression on someone. Don't overreact on someone. Don't treat people who are still in your life as if they are the ones who have already left you. Alright? So don't make it look like, oh, because this person left you, every other person with you are now useless. Every other person with you are now, because they will begin to feel bad, like it was only that person who mattered to you. So when somebody has left you and there are still other people in your life, please treat them well. Number three thing you have to do is that you have to keep a very positive attitude. Keep a very positive attitude. I know you are facing pain. I know you are facing loneliness. I know you are facing heartbreak. And it looks almost like impossible to tell somebody, keep a positive attitude in such a situation. But that's what you have to do. That is the right thing to do. That is how you have to survive this breakup. Alright? So keep a positive attitude. Tell yourself that one bad relationship is not enough to define who you are. One bad relationship is not enough to destroy your personality. It's not enough to destroy your life. It's not even enough to destroy your future. Let yourself know that this is one bad thing that's happened in your life, and better things are yet to come. Nicer things are still in stock for you. Somebody nicer, somebody better, somebody that would inspire you the more is still on the way. Don't treat it as if it's a death sentence, as if that is the end of your life. It is just a breakup. all right? And many people have stepped away from breakups and entered into beautiful relationships. That is why I told you at the beginning of this video that you should be willing to let go of the love that has been ruined so that you can encounter the love that you should have. There is somebody out there who is meant to love you. There is somebody out there who will treat you like a king or treat you like a queen. So don't give up on love just because one bad relationship has happened to you. Alright, so tell yourself that you will make it. Tell yourself that that's not the end of your life. Tell yourself that you will come out of this pain. This pain will be for a while, but it will last forever. Alright, the pain will come to your heart. The loneliness that you feel is real, but they won't last forever. It's just for a while. And keep that positive attitude. Tell yourself you can make it, you can still do it, you can still conquer, you can still become all that you are meant to be. Keep that positive attitude and avoid any toxicity of any kind. Avoid negativity at all costs. Anything that will make you to feel sad, feel down, feel rejected, feel lonely, and feel very hot, please let go of them. Don't overanalyze, alright? Keep a positive attitude. Don't keep blaming yourself. Oh, maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I should have done this or done that or done that. See, listen to me. A relationship that will get broken is a relationship that will certainly end up broken. So it's not about what you did or what you did not do. It's important that you know that there is still something nice, something healthy, something powerful, something beautiful ahead of you. The one bad relationship is not enough to define who you truly are. Alright, so number 4 thing that you need to do is that you have to surround yourself with a very solid support system. Surround yourself with a very solid support system. I like the sound of that, the SSS, solid support system. Surround yourself with a very solid support system. Look for friends and family, people you love, people that really care about you. They should surround you in a time like this. Alright, surround yourself with them, hang out with them, play with them. Don't become an introvert because something bad has happened to you, alright? Move out there, have the fun of your life. Celebrate because there is still life, and as long as there is still life, there is still hope. That one bad relationship happened in your life, it does not signal the end of your life. It does not signal the end of beautiful things in your life, alright? So if you are someone who has been heartbroken, somebody has left you, make up your mind to surround yourself with a healthy, a very solid support system. Family, friends, good people that are around you that will help you thrive, that will help you become better, that will help you increase, that will help you advance in life, that will help you feel good and not feel rejected or sad all the time. Alright, so don't spend too much time alone, don't spend too much time indoors. I know that you are strong, but that does not mean you have to face the storm alone. I know that you are strong, but that does not mean you have to face your challenges alone. You need people around you, and please locate the nice ones, not the ones that will give you ideas that will make you to begin to misbehave. Alright, so that is it for number 4. Alright, number 5 thing you need to do in order to survive a breakup is that you have to intentionally do something every day to help yourself. Do something every day to help yourself. There are a lot of things you can do to help yourself. You can plan a trip. you can plan a trip. You can sign up for a workout. You can engage in a new course, develop yourself, improve yourself, advance on yourself, or you can even decorate your house, alright? So rearrange your house. There are several things you can do to just help yourself every day. But by all means, you know yourself and you know what works for you. Go ahead and do something for yourself every day. See, self-care is key in surviving a breakup. Self-care is key in surviving a breakup. If you want to survive a breakup and also have a better future, a life that is devoid of the scars of a breakup, then you have to learn how to take good care of yourself. Eat healthier, alright? Do whatever it is that you can do to help yourself. You know yourself, you know what suits you. Go ahead and do it so that you can have a better feeling, alright, despite the pain that you're going through. Number 16 you have to do in order to survive a breakup is that you don't have to become obsessed with your ex, alright? Don't become obsessed with your ex or try to do things that will cause them pain. Oh, because he hurt me, or because she hurt me, I'm going to do something to him, I'm going to do something to her. That kind of vengeful attitude will take you down the drain. Alright, it will take you down. It will not build you up, it will not make you better. Don't sit down and start planning the evil you want to do to that person. Don't sit and start planning the evil you want to do to him or her. Make up your mind to move on. When you say you are moving on, just move on. Don't be obsessed about him. Don't be obsessed about her. Don't be sneaking around on Facebook, Instagram and say, what is he doing now? Or what is she doing? She bought a new dress or he bought a new car. Stuff is not healthy for you at all. You can't heal when you have your ex completely around you. You can't heal completely. There's no way you can heal completely if you keep thinking about him, or if you keep thinking about her, or if you keep thinking about what went wrong or what you did wrong. Those things will not allow you to heal properly. So the aim here is to heal, and you want to heal so that you can move on and be able to love again. So don't get obsessed with him. Don't get obsessed with that. Don't begin to become friends again on Facebook and on WhatsApp and begin to chat up again. I'm not saying you cannot be friends. See, you can be friends, but then let your friendship, give your friendship time. All right, because you need to translate from being lovers to becoming friends. So it needs time. It's not something that will happen overnight. So it's not like you broke up last week and then this week you're chatting up as friends and this thing. Because when you begin to do that, eventually you won't even know. You become confused because something has already caused the breakup already, and whatever caused that breakup will likely cause it again. That is why you have to be intentional about surviving this breakup, because you just want to survive it. You want to be better, all right? You don't want the scar of the breakup to destroy you or to keep you down. You want to get better. You want to overcome it. So these are the key things you need to do. There's no foolproof way to stop your heart from hurting when you are experiencing a breakup. There is no foolproof way. But these keys I'm sharing with you are keys that will help you to survive the breakup. You may still be hurting, but then you are growing every day. You are healing every day. You are getting better every day. So don't just decide to visit him or her to figure out what they've done with their lives. Don't decide to drive past their house. Don't decide to keep calling and surrounding yourself with them. If you want to heal, you have to heal without them, without him or without her. So these are very important and very key if you want to really survive the breakup. Alright, so next, number 7, thing I'd like to share with you is that don't jump into a rebound relationship just because you need a replacement in your life. A lot of people, when they experience a breakup, they quickly jump into another relationship. Like, oh, he thought he could dump me. I'm going to show him there are better guys out there. And all of a sudden, you are quitting this relationship today and you are rebounding the next day. That is not healthy for you, not in any way. Because at the end of the day, you will see yourself rebounding with somebody you think has no fault. But honestly, nobody is perfect. You may not be very analytical in the sense to figure out if this relationship is really okay for you before you jump into that relationship. You'll be so beclouded with your heart, with your feelings of loneliness, with the pain that you're experiencing, and a lot of vulnerability, that you will not be sensitive to know if this new relationship is good enough for you. So I'd like to encourage you today. I'd like to advise you that when you quit a relationship, don't quickly jump into another relationship to rebound. Alright, don't attempt to fill up the gap created by this other person by a new person, because you have not healed. If you have not healed, you need time to heal. You need time to get yourself back together, to get your groove on before you can step into a new relationship. Alright, so these are very, very important for you to be able to survive a relationship. So number 8 way through which you can survive a breakup is that you need to avoid relationship reminders. Alright? Avoid relationship reminders. What are relationship reminders? Pictures, videos, prints, whatever it is that you have spent time to create together, like pictures, cards, letters, gifts. Try to avoid these relationship reminders. But if you can, something is better. There is a better point than this. If you can, recreate those moments, alright? Create new ones, alright? So it's important that you know this, because if I tell you avoid relationship reminders, that includes the parks you visited, the public places you went to eat at, like the restaurants that you went to eat at, the songs that you played together, the songs that defined your relationship at what point. If I tell you to avoid all of this, it means that you have anxiety once you are trying to listen to those things, or once you're trying to go to those places. If you can, avoid these relationship reminders. But if you cannot, recreate them. How do you recreate them? So you go back to the same restaurants where you guys have been hanging out, where you guys have been eating, and then what do you do this time? You go out there with your friends, or with your family, or with anybody that you love, or with yourself, and then make sure that you have new memories in that same location. If there is a song that used to define your relationship, please, when you play that song, when you listen to the song, make sure that this song is giving you a whole lot of meaning. But I believe that not very many people are able to recreate these memories. So if you're in the category of those who cannot recreate these memories, there is one thing you have to do: avoid this relationship reminders. Anything that makes you keep thinking about him or keep thinking about her, it's important that you try to avoid them, alright? There are pictures that you snapped together, letters you've given to each other, there are gifts that are very peculiar and unique that carry their name, and there are cards you've shared with each other. If you cannot destroy them because you can't stand them, take them and give it to somebody, a friend or a family member, who can keep it for you until you're willing to discard them, until you don't have any painful feelings associated with such things, alright? So this is a two-pronged point. If you can, avoid relationship reminders. If you can, also recreate new memories. So these are practical ways to cope with a breakup. Now, for some they can, for some they can't. So whichever one works for you, go ahead and do it. So number 9 point I'd like to share with you today on how to survive breakups is that you should take your time. Alright? Take your time. There is no rush. You are not trying to prove a point to anybody. Take your time, because as time passes, so does the pain associated with your breakup eventually subside. So as time passes, the pain subsides. As time passes, the hurt and the feelings of hurt get subside. They get very, very reduced. So allow time. Take your time. There is no time limit to how much you should be able to feel bad or feel hurt over a breakup. But see, the earlier you do so, the better it is for you. You can't spend another 1 year, another 6 months, another 3 months grieving over somebody who has left you. Remember, I said at the beginning that you should be willing to let go of love so as to enjoy and encounter the love that you deserve to have. You deserve better. You deserve somebody nicer. You deserve somebody that will treat you well. So when next you experience a breakup, or if you have already experienced a breakup, take your time, alright? Take time to acknowledge what you are going through. Take time to address it. Take time to know that this will soon pass, and it will pass eventually. There is no kind of hurt or pain that a human being experiences that lasts forever. Over time, it heals. So somebody can be saying, my heart is so broken. Will it ever heal? It will heal. Be rest assured. I guarantee you, it will heal. But it will take time, and you can't say, oh, these are the ways through which I bypass that pain. You cannot bypass the pain. Just go through it and allow time to take its own beautiful effect in that situation. Alright, so number 10 thing you have to do in order to survive a heartbreak is that you have to learn how to forgive. Forgive. Now, this might look very difficult and seem almost impossible, but it's not impossible. Forgiveness is necessary. Forgiveness is essential, not just for the person that hurt you, but for you yourself to be able to thrive. So do you want to move on? Do you want to survive? Do you want to get better? Do you want to improve? Do you want to advance in life? Then you have to learn how to forgive. I know it is difficult to forgive, and sometimes it is almost impossible to forget. That's why when I tell people, I don't tell them forgive and forget. Because someone like me, I actually have a kind of brain that retains information, whether they are good memories or whether they are bad memories. I remember. So I might not tell you to forget, but then forgive. When you forgive and you remember, the way you remember the hurt, the way you remember the pain will never be as bad as it used to be. Alright, so if you really forgive, you can remember what has happened, but then you won't remember it with a lot of pain. You won't remember it with a lot of sorrow. You won't remember it with a lot of heartbreak, because you have truly forgiven. So for some that can forget, alright, go ahead, forgive and forget. But if you're like me, that you may not be able to forget, what I advise you to do is to truly forgive, because when you forgive, the memories of that pain fade lightly. It may not fade away entirely, but that the pressure that you feel from that pain will no longer be there as much. Please remember, nobody is perfect. Everybody has their own flaws. People may not make the decisions you know how to make, and it's important that you know that some people who hurt you did not hurt you because they hate you entirely. They may have hurt you because that is the best way they know how to express themselves. That is the best thing they know how to do. Alright, so some people are saying, he hurt me, she hurt me. But this was these people trying to give their best. And it's unfortunate that their best was not good enough. I'm not saying you should live with it or accept it because they could not do better. Alright, you deserve better. But if they could not do better, that's their own problem. Alright, you don't have to accept it into your life. But one thing you have to do is that you have to acknowledge the fact that maybe they tried and this is the best they could do. And this best is not good enough for you. That is why you are stepping away from this relationship. So there are people who don't know how to love. No matter how much they try to show love, they ruin it, they destroy it, alright? Because internally their fabrication, their configuration is already filled and dented with bitterness and with rancor and with acrimony. So they are always angry, they are always exhibiting some kind of venom in their lifestyle. They are always exhibiting bad words. When they want to talk, instead of talking nicely, they will use bad words on you. They have a hostile atmosphere, they have a very toxic behavior. This is the best they know how to do. So when you forgive because it's possible they didn't know how to do it better. They didn't know how to love you better. They didn't know how to relate with you better. And please also forgive because you are a child of God. So it is very essential that you learn how to forgive, because there are still some things you may have done to other people who they have also forgiven you for. My husband would always say that lack of forgiveness is like somebody drinking poison and expecting someone else to die, So please don't bring this poison of unforgiveness and expect someone else to die from it. When you forgive, it's therapeutic, it cleanses you, it refreshes you, gives you fresh energy. Alright? So you don't have to keep leaning on what the person has done and what they did to you. Please just forgive. Forgive so that you can be free. Because when you refuse to forgive, you put yourself in a cage that limits you. You put yourself in a cage that suppresses you. But when you forgive, you send this kind of air of freedom. Alright? There's this freedom that surrounds you because you have learned how to forgive and you have actually forgiven this person. And when the person's name is mentioned, you are not filled with animosity. You're not filled with anger because you have truly forgiven. Alright, number 11 I'd like to share with you on how to survive a breakup is that you have to learn the necessary lessons. Every breakup leaves you with lessons. There are necessary lessons that you have to learn after each breakup, and these lessons could include there are some things there are some decisions you made that you shouldn't have made. There are some choices you made you shouldn't have made. There are some rash decisions you made that shouldn't have been made in the first place. Alright, so it's important that you learn the necessary lessons. There are things that you may have prioritized as important in relationship, which you eventually saw that this point is not really important. I remember years ago when I had a particular situation coming around me, my friends around me, they were like, oh, why are you even wasting time? How would we see a guy that is like this tall, dark and handsome and we would waste time? What are you wasting time for? This guy was 6 foot tall, dark, handsome, and he also had money, So from the outward, he looked like everything every woman would want. And my friends deemed me stupid and crazy for not wanting to accept it. But I saw something else. I saw a man without character. Alright, so he was tall, he was dark, he was handsome, he had the money, he had the friends, and the clouds around him. He was very, very nice to look at. But then he didn't have this character. He was innocent. He was this kind of person that would go all out and do anything. There were no boundaries with him. So I made up my mind that this person was not going to be anybody in my life. Alright, so I did not even accept any relationship with him. Just from that few moments of dating, I was able to tell myself, this is not what I want. And then I backed out, and my friends felt I was being stupid, I was being crazy. Which other guy could be as fine as this kind of guy, and they're saying no to him? But I knew that there were some things that were more important to me than the looks. There are some things that were more important to me than his height of 6 feet 2. There are some things that were more important to me than the kind of money he had. Alright? So it's important that you learn the necessary lessons. Sometimes you may have made wrong priorities in that relationship. You may have looked at the curves, you may have looked at the broad shoulders, you may have looked at the money, you may have looked at her connection and the influences she has. See, these are not the things that you should look at when you want to make a lifelong decision. So it's important that you do what is very right for you. Learn the necessary lessons and move on. You see, the silver lining from every breakup is that we are able to learn lessons. The silver lining from every breakup is the learning experience that the breakups afford us, the learning experience that breakups give us. These are the silver lining of every breakup. There is always something to learn. There's always something to see. There's something that you may not have seen at the beginning when you were just shouting love is blind and falling in love at first sight. See, all of that will not be helpful. So it's important that you learn the lessons necessary so that you can apply it in your new relationship, or you can even teach others and let them know that this is how you survive your own breakup. Breakups are peculiar. People break up in different ways, but there is always a lesson to learn from each and every one of them. Finally, number 12 and the last one I'm going to share with you today on how to survive breakup is that you have to look into the future. Look into the future. There is a beautiful future ahead of you. There is a future filled with new steps to take, a future filled with new grounds to cover, a future filled with new experiences to have, a future filled with new people to meet. There is a beautiful future ahead of you. You have to make up your mind to look into that future, to keep your eye on that future, to keep focused on it, because a lot of beautiful things await you. Like I said earlier, one bad relationship does not define who you are. One bad relationship does not destroy your entire destiny. So you have to tell yourself there is a future ahead of you. There are new opportunities, there are new steps to take, there are new adventures to experience and encounter, there are new people to meet, there is a new lover out there to still love. So tell yourself there is a future ahead of you. I find it very appalling when young people take away their lives, destroy their lives, commit suicide because somebody fell out of love with them. See, if somebody fell out of love with you, that's some form of deliverance, alright? You should be grateful, thankful to God that this person did not come into your life, even in marriage, and fell out of love. So it's still early. You still have a chance. One person does not define your entire life. No, that the one person left your life does not mean that your life has ended. So please do not commit suicide. Don't kill yourself. Don't destroy yourself because somebody left you. That somebody left you means that somebody better is coming. That somebody left you means that somebody that deserves you is coming. That somebody left you means that this person was never part of your destiny. Somebody better that fits you, that loves you, that will cherish you, that will encourage you, that will inspire you to high heavens is coming your way. Alright, so don't kill yourself, don't destroy yourself because somebody left you. They left you, but God has not left you. They left you, but your destiny is still glorious and beautiful. So these are the few things that I decided to share with you today on a breakup. And if you are out there and your heart is still hurting, if you're out there and you're still in pain, if you're out there and you are still feeling all the sadness associated with a breakup, I'd like you to cheer up. Cheer up because your future is still bright. Cheer up because you still have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful life ahead of you. Things are going to get better. The pain will eventually disappear, alright? Because time will fade away every little pain in your heart and you will meet somebody nicer. Because if you don't let go, how would you hold on to something nice? You have to let go of this past in order to hold on to your beautiful future. These are the few things I decided to share with you today on Checkpoint. I hope you have been truly, truly blessed. Alright, if you have, I'd like you to share this video. Make sure that somebody elsewhere is getting blessed by watching this. Alright, share it to somebody you know that is passing through a heartbreak. Share it to somebody who is not yet passing through a heartbreak, who may need it. Share it to the young people in your life. I believe that the few words I've been able to share will eventually inspire them and strengthen them no matter what they are passing through in their relationships. Until I come your way again, keep making a positive indelible mark in the lives of people and on the sands of time. I love you so much. Cheers.